Well, US President Joe Biden has called Vladimir Putin a rational actor who has miscalculated significantly during a sit-down interview with CNN today. Now, Biden bumbled through, well, a range of topics. It wasn't a disaster. It wasn't a train wreck. This is why he doesn't do too many interviews, because he did bumble through questions when he was asked about his son, Hunter, as you could imagine. For more, let's bring in Sky Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen. You had the best job today, Annalise, watching Biden. He came across as so naive during that conversation, and the weak excuse his son used about his travails. How far could this case go?
Look, it could be quite serious. Remember, Al Capone wasn't done for being a gangster, it was tax evasion, and we're seeing something similar here with Hunter Biden. The allegations against him that either it's going to be this tax issue or this application for a gun. Now, on this permit to apply for a gun, you need to declare that you're not currently addicted to drugs, and the accusation is that he checked that he wasn't, even though in subsequent writing he's then talked about how he indeed was at the time. It's a headache for Biden for a few different reasons, apart from the fact he may well have broken the law and there could be follow-up on that. It's also very counter to Democrat values. They're all about gun control, responsible gun ownership. It's one thing to say, oh, my son's talked about his drug issues. Many people know people who've been addicted to drugs and have a lot of sympathy for the situation, but to excuse that serious accusation on that basis is going to be hard for a lot of people to swallow. But also to your other point, we don't get to see a lot of Joe Biden. You're absolutely right. There are studies that track this, and he does a fraction of media of what we've seen from any other modern day US president.
And maybe this is one of the reasons why Biden's age was also a hot topic in this interview when discussing veterans. Have a listen to this. He just ran out of words.
We've got, dealing with, making sure the veterans get compensated for the burn pits.
Interviewer Jake Tapper just finished the sentence for him there. Surely, Annalise, this man can't run again in 2024.
Look, there's a strategy to this. They can't say that he's not going to run, because then the entire discussion becomes around who's going to run next, what are they going to do, can Biden even do this if he's not going to see it through for another term? So they can't, especially before midterms, say it. But what's interesting is that a lot of the reporting around people close to Biden is that he really does intend to run. We had Al Sharpton say in comments reported by the New York Times that he'd spoken to Joe Biden, he was ready to run again, and he keeps saying he's the only guy that can beat Trump. But this also sets up for the Democrats the exact narrative they want, that a vote for Republicans is a vote for Trump again. And we certainly don't know that to be a presumption that was going to follow through either. So I'd say one to watch, but 79, it doesn't mean you're too old, but we have seen from the limited interactions we do get from Joe Biden, there are serious, obvious concerns about his mental capacity, his ability to think on his feet, and his memory. And those are serious concerns that should be allowed to be discussed among the general public.